November is COPD Awareness Month. Chronic obstructive pulmonary diseases are usually caused by smoking or exposure to pollutants. And in today's Your Healthy Family, we're talking about how a rise in cigarette sales and the COVID-19 pandemic could impact the number of COPD cases in the future. Dr. David Lindner, the subdivision head of pulmonary and critical care medicine for NCH Healthcare, says tobacco use is the #1 cause of COPD. And unfortunately, data shows a rise in smoking.
We're seeing an upswing in young people who are choosing once again to basically expose themselves to inhalational injury by smoking, vaping.
The Federal Trade Commission says for the first time in 2 decades, sales of cigarettes and smokeless tobacco products increased last year. Tobacco use had been declining over time. Dr. Lindner says tobacco companies have been targeting kids, especially with vaping products.
When children and young people are targeted with that, obviously, that makes them potential for a lifelong user of these substances, and that's where the problem comes.
A problem that could lead to a COPD diagnosis down the road. Another issue impacting COPD patients, COVID-19.
I would have to think that a patient who deals with COPD getting COVID, that would just be a nightmare.
For some of them, it tipped them over the edge.
In fact, Dr. Lindner said on the day of our interview, he was contacted by a couple COPD patients who had COVID-19. Their cases didn't lead them to the hospital.
But now the degree of disability or problems that they were having with their lung disease have accelerated, and we're now trying to sort out, is it just their lung disease that's worse? Is it the combination? Did COVID leave a lasting effect on top of their lung disease?
Now, Dr. Lindner says they use a lung function test to diagnose COPD. A patient blows into a computer which traces how the air moves in and out of their lungs. In tomorrow's Your Healthy Family, we're talking about treatments for COPD and why it's more difficult to raise awareness. I'm Lisa Greenberg, and for more health stories, head to fox4now.com/yourhealthyfamily.